This is Love Notes, daily devotions from Holy Trinity Lutheran Church. Grace and peace to you. Our reading today continues from On Living Simply, collections from John Chrysostom. Chrysostom now turns his attention in this writing toward how we invest that which we earn. He says, imagine a carpenter with the crudest of tools. It takes him many days to make a simple table. You can probably think of this. He doesn't have any power sander. He doesn't have a router. He doesn't have anything but maybe a saw and a hammer. And it takes him forever to make a joint where somebody with a better machine might be able to do it more quickly and with more quality. So the quality is low, and the price he obtains is poor. That carpenter has a choice. Either he can spend all the money he earns on food and drink, or he can set some money aside, even if it means going hungry, in order to buy better tools. If he does the latter, then he will soon be making good tables much more quickly, and so his earnings will quickly rise. It's a little parable about how economics works, right? Chrysostom says the choice is analogous to a spiritual choice that we make, that each of us must make. Either we can spend for our own pleasure all the wealth that we possess, or we can set aside part of our wealth to give to others. If we do the latter, then we may sacrifice a few immediate earthly pleasures, but the joy we earn for ourselves in heaven far, far surpasses the pleasure we have lost on earth. Like the carpenter who invests in better tools and so can make a better product and earn more money, Chrysostom is saying that when the wealthy give away a portion of their wealth to the poor, they too improve their place in the world and improve the world right along with it. Every act of charity on earth is an investment in heaven. It's an investment in the future that God is preparing for us all. This echoes words that Paul says to the Corinthians in the second letter, that he says to Timothy about riches. Investing in the reign of God is something that gives an eternal return. It never runs out. Investing in temporal things for temporary pleasures, well, that ends in death. It's like the parable that Jesus tells about the man who has a great crop, and so he says, what should I do? And he tears down his barns, builds bigger ones, stores it all up, and then says, look what I've done. And now I can eat, drink, and be merry. And that night he dies. Who gets all his stuff? Well, it's not him. What if he'd given that to the poor? What if he'd shared what was in the field beyond what he needed with the world around him? His investment would have been eternal. It would have been in the reign of God. It would have been in the things that God cares about. And therefore it would have been an eternal investment. That's what we have to consider. How is it that we take what we've been given by God and invest it in something eternal or something that will rot and go away on our death? Amen.